If you love animated content that breaks down book summaries and dives into fascinating topics, we'd love your support. Creating these videos takes a lot of time and effort, and by subscribing, you help us continue bringing you this valuable content consistently. Your support means the world to us. Hit that subscribe button and join us on this exciting journey. And now, let's continue with the video. Limitless. Chapter 1. Infinite Human Potential. Imagine a genie approaches you and offers to grant you one wish. What would it be? A classic answer is for unlimited wishes. Some might consider this cheating, but it's tempting, right? Now, what if you were approached by a learning genie who could grant you one wish about any subject or skill you wish to learn? In this case, the equivalent to the unlimited wishes answer would be to learn how to learn. If you were able to learn better, smarter, and more efficiently, you would have unlimited potential to improve yourself and master whatever you wanted. Brain coach and memory expert Jim Kwik wants to grant you this wish with his bestseller Limitless. After overcoming a traumatic brain injury as a child and the crushing self-esteem issues that followed, Kwik learned how to access the full potential of his brain. He believes that human potential is one of the only infinite resources in the world. But the problem is that most of us don't know how to access our full potential. We limit ourselves all the time. Kwik wants to help us, and to access our full potential, we need to do something he calls unlimiting. Unlimiting involves rejecting the inaccurate and restrictive perceptions we have about ourselves and, instead, accepting the reality that we have no limitations. Many of us have developed perceived limitations over the years that stop us in our tracks and prevent us from achievement. Maybe we tell ourselves, I'm not a funny person, or I'm bad at reading, or I don't make a good first impression. We weren't born thinking these things, but we learn them from our parents, from authority figures, from our peers, and from our cultures. And if we unlearn them, we can unlimit our perceptions and access our own infinite potential. The sky's the limit. It may at first seem challenging to start your journey to becoming limitless. Luckily, Kwik has developed a 3-step limitless model we can follow that focuses on mindset, motivation, and methods. The first step to becoming limitless is to change our mindset, which is comprised of our beliefs, attitudes, and assumptions about ourselves and the world. With a limited mindset, we doubt ourselves and our capabilities. With an unlimited mindset, we believe we can achieve anything. The second step to becoming limitless is to change our relationship with motivation, which is our purpose and our energy. With limited motivation, we lack the drive or purpose to take action. With unlimited motivation, we have sustainable energy to achieve our goals. And the third step to becoming limitless is to change our methods, which are the specific tools and processes we have at our disposal. With limited methods, we work inefficiently or ineffectively. With unlimited methods, we have the tools to overcome all obstacles. When we unlimit our mindset, motivation, and methods, that's when we reach the limitless state, where anything is possible, no matter how challenging. In the following chapters, we'll deep dive into each of these areas and learn how to unlimit ourselves along the way. We'll explore what we're up against in a world that's overwhelmed with technology and learn how to learn. While becoming limitless is challenging, it's not about being perfect, but about progressing beyond what you currently believe is possible. Chapter 2. Your brain and technology. Limitless. The reality is, we live in a world where technology is available at every turn. On the one hand, technology is great. It makes our lives more convenient, allowing us to remain connected and access unprecedented amounts of information. On the other hand, the influx of technology also affects us in negative ways, robbing us of our productivity, prosperity, positivity, and peace of mind. Every day, we battle against what Kwik calls the four horsemen of our digital age. If we know what we're up against, we can take the right steps to counteract technology's negative and limiting effects. The first horseman is what Kwik refers to as digital deluge. The amount of information available now is truly overwhelming. In fact, we now consume as much data in a single day as the average person from the 1400s would have absorbed in an entire lifetime. This deluge of information results in us having little to no downtime, which is detrimental to our brain health and well-being. Without downtime, we experience poor memory, mental fog, and fatigue. In other words, our brains become limited. To counteract digital deluge, Kwik recommends scheduling some 30 minutes in your calendar each week to unplug from technology and let your mind wander. The second horseman we face is digital distraction. We're constantly connected to our devices now, which we crave. Due to this, we have trouble focusing on our tasks. Constantly multitasking by checking our devices, we burn through the fuel our brains use to concentrate. And while staying connected to our devices makes us feel more secure, it doesn't actually make us any happier, psychologists have found. We end up missing out on special moments with our loved ones. To fight digital distraction, Kwik recommends turning off unnecessary notifications on your devices while trying to focus. The third horseman we face is digital dementia. Coined by neuroscientist Manfred Spitzer, this term refers to the breakdown of cognitive ability due to overusing technology. When was the last time you had to remember someone's phone number or your favorite restaurant's address? Our digital devices remember this information for us, which is extremely convenient. This reliance comes at a cost, however, as some scientists believe it's causing our memory capabilities to weaken over time. So, Kwik recommends making a conscious effort to stretch your memory, like memorizing the phone number of someone you communicate with regularly. The fourth horseman we face is digital deduction, which is when we allow voices on the internet to influence and sometimes stand in for our own critical thinking. Just as the internet is full of facts, it's also full of opinions, which can be valuable. But we must remember to think for ourselves, rather than simply parrot what we've seen online. Otherwise, we'll lose our sense of self. To resist digital deduction, Kwik recommends making a conscious effort to practice our decision-making skills without using any digital devices. However, by becoming aware of these challenges, we can see how they affect us and take steps to avoid them in our quest to become limitless. In the next chapter, we'll start dissecting the limitless model and learn how to change our mindset. Like any tool, technology has upsides and downsides. And we all fall prey to these four horsemen of the digital age. This is why we sometimes feel so limited and stuck, unable to help ourselves and break out of harmful patterns. Chapter 3. Limitless Mindset. The what? Limitless. The first step of the limitless model is to change your mindset. To understand how our mindsets can limit us, Kwik uses an analogy of an elephant tied to a stake in the ground. When the elephant is young, it's not strong enough to pull out the stake, so it eventually stops trying. And when the elephant is fully grown and more than strong enough to pull out the stake, it doesn't even try, because it believes it can't. Most of us are like that elephant, stuck in our deep and limiting beliefs, which are very powerful. Our limiting beliefs most often manifest in our self-talk, which can be negative and skeptical of our abilities. If we allow a limiting mindset to rule us, we'll find ourselves mired in underachievement, either wondering how to get ahead or convinced we don't deserve to. Often, our actual abilities don't matter. If we believe we can't accomplish something, then we won't. Breaking out of a negative mindset can be difficult, but it's essential to becoming limitless. Kwik offers 3 keys to help with this. The first key is to name limiting beliefs. Pay attention to every time you doubt yourself, even if it feels inconsequential. Maybe you tell yourself you're terrible at telling jokes. Seems relatively harmless, right? But you might also be telling yourself you're not entertaining, or good company, or worthy of attention. Often, beliefs that might seem inconsequential are actually indicative of greater patterns of self-doubt, much like an iceberg. There's great power in realizing this is a belief, not a fact, but an opinion you hold about yourself. Identify it and treat it as such. The second key is to get to the facts. Often we have limiting beliefs about ourselves, but little actual evidence for them. This is because limiting beliefs are wrapped up in our emotions, which feel much more powerful than facts do. Maybe you think you're bad at public speaking. Have you ever been booed off the stage? Have people ever come up to you afterwards to laugh in your face about your performance? These things have probably never happened to you. More often than not, the negative feelings you have about public speaking exist only in your head. Allow yourself to consider how fact-based your limiting beliefs are, so you can move past them. Kwik's final key is to create a new belief. Once you name a limiting belief and evaluate how truthful it is, you can replace it with something to better serve you. Maybe instead of thinking I'm bad at public speaking, you change your belief to be speaking in public is challenging for me, but it's something I'm able to do. This new belief is truthful and generous. If you reframe your limiting beliefs in this way, you'll be able to think more positively about yourself. And a positive mindset opens up a world of possibility, allowing you to achieve what you thought was never possible before. Chapter 4. Limitless Motivation. The why. Limitless. Once you've begun to unlimit your mindset, the next step is to focus on motivation, which Kwik relates to both purpose and energy. Unfortunately, many of us believe that motivation is fixed or limited. We say things like, "I'm unmotivated," or "I don't have motivation today." However, Kwik encourages us to change our relationship with motivation. It's not something we have, but something we do, and it's sustainable. In fact, he's created a helpful formula. We get sustainable motivation when we combine purpose and energy with small, simple steps, S3. Let's take a closer look at the first element, purpose. When we know our purpose, we know who we are, what we are, and why we are. This makes it easy to act. A purpose can guide life decisions, influence behavior, shape goals, offer a sense of direction, and create meaning, Kwik writes. Many of us confuse passion with purpose. However, they are not the same thing. Purpose is outward-facing. It's how you use your passion. For example, Kwik's passion is learning, and his purpose is to teach other people to learn better. Finding our purpose is integral to finding motivation because we're most compelled to do the things that align with our values or how we see ourselves. So next time you're struggling to find motivation, try to uncover the why of the task and relate it to your purpose in life. Even if you've found your overall purpose in life, motivation still requires energy, especially mental energy. Here are 3 of Kwik's recommendations to manage and optimize our brain's energy levels. Diet is extremely important for brain health. If your brain isn't getting the proper fuel, it won't be able to function at its greatest capacity. Additionally, a clean environment is crucial to a functioning brain. This includes not only good air quality, but also uncluttered surroundings. And ensuring you get enough restful sleep at night is also critical for brain health. Various studies show how crucial sleep is. Some scientists liken sleep to a laundry cycle for our brains, flushing out toxins and metabolic buildup. The final piece of the motivation equation is what Kwik calls small, simple steps. One of the most significant reasons why we fail to accomplish tasks is because we feel overwhelmed. We look at a task in front of us in its entirety and can't imagine how we'll get it done. However, if we break a larger task down into smaller baby steps, we'll begin to see the path to accomplishment. Let's say you need to write an important speech for a conference, but you keep putting it off. Finally, one day you decide to write just the keynote. You find this small task more manageable and then, on a roll, write the whole speech. The best way to ease the tension of an incomplete task is to begin completing it, no matter how small the steps are. Eventually, this will become a habit. To ensure motivation sticks, we need to find purpose, energy, and take small, simple steps. This is Kwik's formula to unlimiting our motivation, which will allow us to accomplish any goal we desire, learning or otherwise. Chapter 5. Limitless Methods. The How. Limitless. Once we've unlimited our mindset and motivation, we can then start to unlimit our methods, or the ways we set out to accomplish our goals. Kwik believes if we learn to unlimit our focus and reading skills, we'll be able to unleash the full power of our brains. When we lack focus, tasks take longer and feel more laborious. Working this way is extremely inefficient. The key to focusing better is improving our concentration. And like many things, concentration gets better with practice. Our concentration is like a glowing ball of light that flits about our mind as our awareness shifts. To concentrate, we need to train this ball of light to stay in one spot by using our will. For example, if you're having a conversation with someone, notice when your awareness shifts away from them. And each time this happens, direct your awareness back to your conversation partner. With practice over time, focusing will become much easier, effortless, even. Another one of Kwik's methods for unlimiting our brains is reading, which is foundational to nearly all learning. While many of us might think of reading as something simple, it's actually a highly complex activity involving many coordinated parts of the brain. Studies show that over time, reading strengthens our brains as we metabolize new information and make connections. And if we're able to read better and faster, we'll be able to read more, increasing our capabilities dramatically. The average person reads somewhere between 150 to 250 words per minute. How can that number be increased? Kwik's first advice for speed reading is to use your finger as a visual pacer, which can increase one's reading rate anywhere from 25 to 100%, studies show. This is because your eye is drawn to movement. A moving finger across the page keeps you focused while reading. Using your finger also introduces a tactile element, making you more likely to retain the information you're reading. Learning to expand your peripheral vision will also optimize reading speed. Just as you don't see individual letters but words, your brain can make sense of groups of words at once. And remember, reading is like exercising. It takes practice and effort to improve. If you don't push yourself, then you won't read faster. Now that you're equipped with some of the key strategies to become limitless, you must realize that this is just the beginning. Becoming limitless is by no means easy, but if you invest the time and energy into this process, you'll reap immense rewards. You'll find purpose and gain self-confidence. You'll expand your focus, memory, and critical thinking skills. And eventually, you'll be able to access your full potential, which is infinite. The main ideas, Chapter 5. The final step to unlimiting your brain is applying the Limitless Methods. Improve focus by directing your concentration. Improve your reading by using your finger and peripheral vision. Hit that subscribe button and join us on this exciting journey.